Yeah, I don't think it's like you go to McDonald's and order a large Coke and then go, oh, hold on, and pull a straw out of your pocket. I don't think it's like that. Again, I think most of the straws actually are part of the cup.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like it would be so bullshit.
I think you can buy those, though, separately. I've seen them.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'll get you that.
I saw some personalized, they were like...
I know what to get you for your birthday.
Ooh, I saw some at Kroger the other day. So they're right there, hanging in the middle of the aisle.
Maybe the new thing, like, give your wife a really nice diamond straw or something. Merry Christmas.
I'm on Amazon right now. You can buy whole sets of them, different colors. They do have collapsible ones that come with cases, Bogey. Just like the pool stick.
I love the guy that whips out the pool cue.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know he's serious.
All right, 6:30. Thank you very much, Heather. Hey, we want to tell you that coming up at 8:30 this morning, we are going to give away a spot in the Miller Lite Field of Dreams. This is a chance for you to play baseball on the field at Comerica Park. We're going to do that at 8:35, and here's what we're going to do. A few weeks ago, we did a Jim Leland sound-alike contest. It was a little choppy. At 8:30, we're going to do a 97 won-the-ticket air personality contest. Who can do the best sound-alike? So essentially, it's going to boil down to a Pat Caputo sound-off, or maybe a Valenti.
I'm ready.
It's either going to be Valenti or Caputo, or Leach.
Yeah, but you don't even have to speak for Leach.
8:35, we're going to be doing that, so get your best impression ready of Caputo, Valenti, or Leach. Right now it's 6:31 on 97 won the tickets.
Well, listen up. Hall Financial has been recognized as #1 on Zillow for giving their clients 5-star service. This means they're the top recommended lender in the area based on reviews left by the people that they have helped. No one in our area gives more personal attention than our friends over at Hall Financial, and I can speak from personal experience. They handled my entire home buying process, and as a first-time home buyer, you can be a little bit nervous. You have a lot of questions. They answered everything and made me feel completely comfortable throughout the entire process. I've been telling you for a while to call them, so of course, you got to give them a call, 248-308-5000. It's because of their client care. You don't have to believe me, but there's over 700 5-star reviews from people that they have helped. The mission of the company is to have 1,000 clients raving with 5-star reviews in 2019, and they are well on their way. Now you know who to call with these crazy low rates that we are seeing, and they certainly are crazy. Whether you're purchasing a new home or just looking to refinance, whatever it may be, reach out to Hall Financial today. Call 248-308-5000 or go ahead and chat with them online at davidhallmortgage.com.
Spas, hot tub, swim spas. Save thousands at the hot tub and swim spa sale now. Millions of dollars in inventory must be sold. Brand new hot tub slashed. See the amazing Michael Phelps Swim Spa. Free admission at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi. Call 1-800-SPA-SALE. That's 1-800-SPA-SALE. Say it again.
This week, 10 for 10 is back at Meijer. Get over 1,500 family favorites for just $1. Like fresh bell peppers, Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, Oscar Mayer Lunchables, and select trial or travel size products from brands like Dove and Tresemme, and so much more. For just $1 each at Meijer. Mix or match 10 items and get the 11th free. Why pay more? It's Susan Supply. See all the deals at Meijer.com or in the Meijer app. Join Macy's as we salute those who serve during the Big Gift Pack. Now through July 18th, help American veterans and military families when you shop your local Macy's. Round up your purchase amount and donate your change up to 99 cents to Blue Star Families and Bunker Labs. You'll help veterans create their own businesses and support military communities here at home. Salute those who serve and round up your Macy's store purchase today. Meet the real people who inspired our campaign and find out more about our charity partners at Macy's.com/Macy'sGives.
Dad, what are you doing? Cramming for college. I'm the one going to college. Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all. Discover Student Loans. Discover does student loans? Yeah, they're one of the top private student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades. Really? Yeah. We still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really? Yeah. Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply. Attention new car buyers. Park Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is kicking off July in the third quarter with a massive inventory sell-down. We're offering generous savings on our entire inventory of over 2,000 cars, trucks, vans, and Jeep SUVs. During the Summer Cars event, the lease deals on the award-winning Ram 1500 pickups are spectacular. Hundreds to
you by Mighty Pluro of National Benefit Plans. For affordable life insurance, log on to nbthealth.com.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere. Brought to you by the LaFontaine Automotive Group, the family deal.
Fly ball left field on the bat of Beckham, way back in left and gone. Oh, he hit it a mile. Gordon Beckham with number 4, his first home run since April. It's a 2-run shot. Tigers are having some fun here in the 3rd inning in Kansas City. They've now got an 8-3 lead.
Gordon Beckham kind of, he and Miggy locked into a little bit of a home run duel there. Number 4 on the season for Beckham. Jamie and Stoney on 97.1 The Ticket. Stoney is off this week. Kyle Bogey, kind enough to join us here this morning, which we greatly appreciate. And, there's certain, look, when you work in a medium like this, you're going to find there's certain things I like that you don't like. There's certain things that you like that I don't like. That's just how it goes. And I understand that some of the things that I like aren't necessarily things that the listeners like. So I refrain from commenting on certain things. Like if I just came in here every day and gave reviews of Bruce Springsteen concerts, a lot of listeners would go, dude, I just don't care. Okay?
That'd be like talking about horse racing, all the time, right?
To dedicate an entire
exactly.
show to something. Yeah. I would never do that. So yesterday there was a pretty cool sporting event on, and it started at around 9 o'clock in the morning, and it went till about 2 in the afternoon.
It started at 9 a.m.
Yeah. And I watched it from pretty much start to finish, and I expected to come here this morning and not even mention it. I figured I'd leave it to Tony with the updates because I'm not here to make people turn their radios off. But then Bogey comes bounding in this morning like a bundle of energy. He's like, "Can you believe that match yesterday?"
Okay, all right. It was not that. Settle down, okay? All I said was I was golfing yesterday. We got to the clubhouse for a little, lunch and post-round cocktail.
19th hole.
Exactly. And as we got in there, that was when it was at its height. It was after the 5th set. It was technically the tiebreaker at that point.
It was in the fifth set tiebreaker.
See, this is when you're gonna.
I'm just clarifying.
No, that's fine because I really didn't understand how it was working. Like the guy I was with, he couldn't really see the TV, his bad eyes, and he looked up and he's like, "Wait, so what set is it? Like, what's going on?" And I looked and I thought, "Hey, well, wait, so they already did 5 sets, I think, and then it said 10-10 at the end." I was like, I'm not a tennis guy. I have no clue what is going on, but I will say, and it's all about the average guy. The average listener, the average person out there that's watching, it grabbed me. It really did. And I'm not a tennis person. Like, I've watched one tennis match all the way through. It was Serena and Venus like 5 years ago. That is it.
Okay.
But Federer, Djokovic, is that how you say it?
Djokovic, yes.
Yeah. It was incredible. Because no guy really wanted to take it, it seemed. And it was back and forth. And you got to win by 2 as well, which I thought was absolutely fascinating. The games going back and forth. And then you got to the tiebreaker, 1st to 7, win by 2. I guess it was the stakes, maybe, but I don't really care about Wimbledon. I just love the fact that, holy hell, this has been going on for 6 hours, and both of them incredibly accomplished players, even though I don't really appreciate tennis, sorry. And
Okay.
I thought the points and the precision, the endurance, it was incredible. And it lured me in immediately. Plus, we had guys that were in the clubhouse that were like yelling at the TV. That were so pumped up. And one guy, I think they went to the tiebreaker, 1st to 7, win by 2. And he stood up and he was talking to himself, and I heard him. He was like, "I gotta get another beer for this." He was almost stressed out watching this because he wanted Federer to win something.
Well, I think it's actually, I appreciate the fact that you guys saw it too.
Yes.
I really do. And I think it actually raises an interesting topic, which is, have you ever been in that position where you didn't have a dog in the fight, you didn't ever even necessarily like the sport, and yet you found yourself drawn in and as every bit invested in the theater of the event as if you were watching the Red Wings in the Stanley Cup Finals or the Tigers in the World Series? And I think if you're a real sports fan, it's had to happen to you at least once. 248-539-9797 or on the ticket text 97136. I think for most people, it has happened at some point or another in the Olympics. Especially if you're watching something live, or at least plausibly live. If you know what's happened, it does take away from it a little bit. I'll never forget that I remember exactly where I was when the whole Carrie Strug vault. Do you remember? This was the 1996 Olympics. When she hit the perfect launch. Do you remember the event, even if you maybe were a little bit young when it
I love when you start something out with, do you remember?
No.
I don't.
I vowed to myself that I wasn't going to make any age references, okay?
It's okay.
But she needed a perfect vault for the Americans to win, and this is in Atlanta in the 1996 Olympics. She landed the perfect vault. She screwed up her leg in the process. I think she broke her ankle or something like that. And I was like, I knew the stakes. I didn't know who Carrie Strug was. I couldn't have cared less about any of it. But I remember watching it, and like when she hit the perfect vault, I was all in. I was like the biggest gymnastics fan in the world, just like you yesterday became the biggest tennis fan.
Okay, let's not go that far, all right? But for, about 20 minutes or so, I was really invested.
You know what he did, Heather? Federer, when he plays, he wraps kind of like a Karate Kid headband around.
I've seen it.
That's what Bogey did in the clubhouse yesterday. All of a sudden, he took his napkin, and he whipped it up into a headband, and he tied it because he was such a fan follower.
I took off my golf polo, and I wrapped it around my head. I was just so unbelievably invested. Yeah, I just had to take my shirt off and get excited. No, it was enthralling, though. I'm not going to lie. I was actually talking to the TV at a certain point, and the comments just become, oh my God, this is incredible. Holy crap. I thought that Federer was going to take this. I thought that Djokovic was going to take this, and it was just a constant back and forth, and honestly, I thought Djokovic kind of got away with it. I thought Federer was going to...
Federer did have 2 match points. I mean, he broke Djokovic in the tiebreaker at like 8-7, and so he was serving for the match. And tennis insight here.
Yeah,
you're kind of expected to win your service game. So at that point, we really thought. And then Fed got up 40-15, so he had 2 match points. Wins either of those points, and then
now you're getting you're getting tennis guy.
I'm not trying to, but the one thing about tennis, if we're going to, because you and I have compared tennis to golf before.
Yeah.
The one good thing about tennis is that in golf you have to beat everybody in the field, right? So a lot of times on the final Sunday, you're going to get an occasional Tiger versus whoever, or Spieth versus Rory. But a lot of times it is No-Namer and Spieth on the back nine, and No-Namer and Stepka. The thing about tennis is you do tend to get these matchups. So you're talking about 2 of the greatest players ever. And
do you feel good? Do you feel better about yourself now?
Why?
You're really breaking down this match.
I'm not breaking it down. I'm just merely saying that I don't think you would have been.
Yes.
I don't think you would have been sucked in if it had been Federer against Sam Querrey.
No, I agree.
It's
rare. It's very rare in golf, except for the majors. Where you have 2 Clydesdales going at it. On Sunday afternoon. No idea why I just said Clydesdales.
Because you want to go back to horse race.
There it is. Yeah, which is another niche thing.
Steve in Roseville, you're on 97.1 The Ticket. Hello, Steve.
Hello. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Oh, just waiting for a hot, sweaty day to get started.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I deal with communication and cameras and routers and switches and bears and lions and tigers. Oh my!
Oh wow!
All that.
Yeah.
Anyway, about 2 years ago, a friend of mine who's really into soccer said, "Yeah, well, American soccer sucks compared to English Premier League." So I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot, right? So I watched an MLS game, and then I watched an English Premier League game, and then I got sucked in on English Premier League, because he was right, man. It was like watching high school to pro. It really was. So that's how I got sucked into watching soccer now.
Really?
Yep.
I've heard that. I've heard a lot of people. I've heard American fans who don't necessarily have a great interest kind of just adopting a Premiership team and watching the Saturday morning, or do they have Sunday morning games? I know they have Saturday morning games. I never have. I am a once every 4 year soccer guy. I will watch the World Cup,
Same here.
men's and women's, and I enjoy it. And we talked about this last week. I'm always kind of bummed that it's over, but I have never in my life watched a Premiership match.
The problem is there's too much. Like, there's so many different leagues, and you have to understand how it works. And one team gets the promotion up to the Premier League, and another team gets bumped down. And I just don't understand. I will say, though, Christian Pulisic, he's got me paying attention to soccer. He does. I mean, he's fabulous. And I'm not a huge soccer guy. I watch him play. He's incredible.
I gotta be totally honest with you. Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Pulisic. Yeah.
Okay, because I've read about him, but I haven't really known how to pronounce his last name.
He's a star. He's the next
real
star of American soccer. Like, he is the next Freddie Adu.
He's the next Freddie Adu.
But I think he's actually going to be Freddie Adu, you know?
Because Freddie Adu never became Freddie Adu.
He didn't, and he's still playing. He, like, bounces around in minor leagues or something.
He's actually older than I am. It's really weird.
No.
Oh, no.
Stop it.
Completely made that up.
No one's as old as you.
All right. Stoney and Wojo.
Oh, we're not talking age, sorry.
6:45 on 97.1 The Ticket. Coming up next, Friday night gave us one of the most unbelievable events in sports that we've seen in quite a long time. Borderline couldn't sell this script to Hollywood. We'll talk about that next on 97.1 The Tickets.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Polka Restaurant and Beer Cafe. 94 East and westbound at 8 Mile Road has finally been reopened following an earlier accident. There's still some backups as you head through that area. Meantime, 75 northbound at 696, there's a wreck on the right shoulder. And good news on 75 southbound at North Crown River Drive. An accident has been cleared and the road has been reopened as well.
Professor Ed here for the Polish Market, right next door to Polka Restaurant and Beer Cafe in Troy, and what locals call Little Warsaw. Enjoy the European foods like Mom and Grandma made. Visit GoPolka.com.
I'm Michelle Pena in the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
If you can't say it loud and proud, at least say it loud.
Capital Mortgage Funding, they do all the right things for you, have for years. They're the best. Harry Glanz and Dan Burke and their entire staff are doing what's best for you, not just the company. Call them at 1-800-LOW-RATE. What it means is there are no outrageous fees, no outrageous costs. And they won't and haven't put you in a bad mortgage program like other companies do and like other companies did. And also, it's all about customer service. They talk to you on the phone. They're not some headset phone dorks or hanging out, worrying about whether they're going to get invited to the Met Gala or not. No, these are local people. Southfield on 12 Mile Road, so they know all about the communities all around Metro Detroit. Call them today, 1-800-LOW-RATE. Now's the home buying season, as you know. And also, if you haven't refied in a while, what are you waiting for? Call them today, 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding, the best mortgage rate.
Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
This CBS Sports Minute is brought to you by Jeff Glover. With the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Valero. Roger Federer, 3 weeks shy of his 38th birthday, was bidding to become the oldest man to win the Gentleman's Final. He had 2 championship points on his racket yesterday, but Novak Djokovic, 5 years his junior, staved them off to force a historic first-ever fifth set at Wimbledon tiebreak at 12-all. Ultimately, the resilient Serbian, world number 1, captured his 5th Wimbledon title and his 4th major out of the last